From Bloober Team, the studio behind Silent Hill 2 Remake, comes Cronos, The New Dawn, a sci-fi survival horror game that masterfully blends the classic genre with its own unique identity. By taking cues from legendary titles like Dead Space and Resident Evil, Cronos creates a tense, atmospheric, and genuinely unsettling experience that keeps players on the edge of their seats. The core of Cronos is its oppressive atmosphere and world-building. Set in a bleak, post-apocalyptic Eastern European landscape, the game's environments are a stunning mix of brutalist architecture and grotesque biomechanical corruption. The visual design, backed by a chilling soundtrack, makes every step feel heavy and every shadow a potential threat. While some might find the characters, particularly the protagonist, to be a little emotionally distant, the world itself is so rich with lore and detail that it's easy to get lost in the tragic story of a world that has succumbed to the change. Where Cronos truly shines is in its gameplay. It's a game that values strategy over reckless shooting. Ammo is scarce and every shot matters, which creates an intense, moment-to-moment experience. The combat system, while feeling heavy and deliberate, is built around a key mechanic. Enemies can merge with the corpses of their fallen comrades to become even more powerful monstrosities. This forces you to think tactically, prioritizing targets and managing resources to prevent these terrifying transformations. While the game can have some frustrating difficulty spikes and a few performance issues on certain platforms, these moments are often outweighed by the sheer thrill of overcoming a challenging encounter. Cronos, The New Dawn, is a confident new entry into the survival horror genre. It's a game that knows what it wants to be and delivers a polished, terrifying, and engaging experience. While it borrows from its predecessors, it does so in a way that feels like an homage rather than a simple imitation. It's a must-play for fans looking for a new horror fix and a promising sign of Bloober Team's future as a developer. The future has never looked so heavy. Cronos, The New Dawn, as the latest entry into the indie survival sci-fi genre, doesn't waste time with false promises of heroism or endless exploration. Instead, it drags you into the crushing inevitability of time, decay, and collapse. This isn't your typical space survival game. It's a meditation on the weight of existence, dressed up in brutal mechanics and a world that feels alive, yet terminally ill. At its core, Cronos is a survival game that dares to slow you down. Every step, every resource, every decision feels like it comes at a cost. Where other games in the genre give you tools to feel powerful, here the tools remind you how fragile you really are. You're not the conqueror of space. You're the collateral damage of a timeline unraveling. The first thing that hits you is the aesthetic. Cold, metallic corridors fractured by organic growths. Ruins that feel both alien and familiar. A landscape where time has left its scars everywhere. The art direction leans heavily into entropy. Rust, rot, and erosion dominate the palette. Even the UI feels oppressive, as though it's judging you for every mistake. What works is how Cronos makes the environment a character in itself. It's not just a backdrop. It actively presses against you, whispering that your survival is temporary. On paper, it's a mix of survival crafting, exploration, and slow-burn horror. But the developers have made one bold choice. Everything is harder than you expect. Food rots quickly. Weapons break at the worst possible times. Time itself feels like your greatest enemy. And then there's the aging mechanic, arguably the game's most daring feature. Every death, every mistake, pushes your character forward in years. You don't just lose health, you lose youth, stamina, potential. Skills shift as your body changes, creating a living metaphor for decline. In most games, leveling up means becoming stronger. Here, progression is a reminder of mortality. It's equal parts fascinating and cruel, and it won't be for everyone. But if you're the kind of player who thrives on punishment that feels meaningful, it will hook you completely. Don't expect hand-holding. The story of Cronos, The New Dawn, is fragmented, delivered in scraps of text, cryptic symbols, and environmental storytelling. You're piecing together a fallen civilization that once reached for the stars, but ended up choking on its own ambition. The game leaves you guessing, but the ambiguity works in its favor. It feels like you're not just surviving the world, but deciphering its epitaph. Cronos, The New Dawn, is not a comfort game. It won't welcome you, it won't soothe you, and it sure as hell won't make you feel like a hero. But that's its point. It's a grim, beautiful, and deeply unsettling survival experience that dares to turn time into a weapon. For those looking for another cozy survival sandbox, stay away. For those who want to feel the crushing weight of mortality translated into gameplay, this is a game you won't forget, even if you hate it. Brilliant, suffocating, and unforgettable, but not designed to please everyone.